Hi, and welcome to Science Time with Miss Victoria. This program is recommended for ages 6 and up, but as always, it depends on the science and STEM experiment that we are doing today. So like always, let's go ahead and begin. Now, before we get started, there are 3 things we need to do. First is to wash our hands for at least 20 seconds. You can go to our Facebook or our YouTube channel, Corpus Christi Public Libraries. On there, you'll see the video that I have to which I wash my hands to the Brian Ferrer Jaka. I go ahead and do top and bottom, in between, rub it all together, and you repeat that both slow and fast. It should come out to about 25 seconds. Once your hands are all nice and dry, the second thing we need to do is to gather our supplies, but I haven't told you what we're doing, so let's take a quick pause on that one for a little bit. The last thing is to have adult supervision just in case. Now this is always good just to have your parent involved in the experiment in general, but they can also help with you getting the supplies, and of course there's some parts that you're going to need the parent to help do that step, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what we're doing and what supplies we're going to be needing. Okay, we are going to be gathering supplies for bubble snake. Okay, so let's go over the items that we're going to be needing, or our supplies. First thing we're going to need is a water bottle. So you just want an empty one. So if it's full, stay hydrated, drink that water, so that way you can have the empty water bottle. You are going to need some scissors. I just have these nice small safety scissors, so that's fine, that'll work. Liquid soap, doesn't matter what kind. Pretty much is what you use to wash dishes, so that's what you're going to be needing. A sock. Now, you want a nice clean sock, okay? Doesn't matter color-wise, just a clean sock. You can do a long one, or you can also ankle sock. But for the water bottles, this will work. And another good option is to do a child's, or get one of the child use their sock. It might be better than an adult size. So use the youth size sock, in other words. You're going to need water, obviously. So I have my water in here. A bowl or a dish. Now in my case, I have a container that I'm using, which I already have my water in. Paper towels. Now the reason I put paper towels is afterwards for cleanup, because you might need it. Optional ones I have is a rubber band, and the optional is duct tape. I will tell you why they're optional and why they're even included in our supplies, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to our steps, okay? And here they are. Okay, so let's go start from the very top. First step is to use the scissors to cut off the bottom of the water bottle. So once you get your bottle, I have mine magically prepared already. So I'm just going to take the bottom. Here's the bottom, how I did it. All I did was you kind of, since some of these are kind of flimsy, you can just kind of pinch, make the hole, and then all you're going to do is to cut around. So at this part, you might want an adult. Children, let the adult do it. Might want to do this just because they might get might be a little sharp. Might get like almost like a paper cut. So it might have the adult do this step. Okay, now what we're gonna do, next step is to stretch the sock and slide it over the open part. So now that we cut this, now we're gonna go ahead and get our sock, and we're gonna go ahead and stretch it. Got loose thread there. Go ahead and put that while I'm here. There we go. All right. And we're going to go ahead and put it now, because flimsy is going to make a lot of noise trying to put the sock on. Let's be honest, probably is. So I'll kind of go this way. Okay. And you want to just stretch it to where it pretty much covers the whole bottle. And I'm going to put my hand in there just so I can push it out. You want to make sure it is stretched completely. Okay. Now the next thing is to go ahead and make sure it's completely over, and you want to have it snug. So we're going to go ahead and fold back the sock that had completely covered the bottle. Whoops. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Sorry about that. Sometimes because the sock is so snug and the bottle's empty, so it will fly out of your hands. Okay, so we have our sock ready. It should be nice and snug as best as you can. You want this part nice and flat right there. So if you need to make adjustments, you may have to adjust it a little bit. Okay. Now, what I did as an optional use, and this is why I said optional, is you can use a rubber band or duct tape to hold the sock in place. Because some socks, even though it's new, the elastic's not as tight, so you might want to go ahead and use a rubber band or duct tape to hold it to the bottom. Especially if you're using a youth sock, because it's a little smaller, so you might have to use those. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is the next step. So I'm going to set this aside. Hopefully it doesn't roll off on me. So we're going to get our bowl, and we're going to go ahead and mix some water and, of course, the liquid detergent. And now this part is going to vary. The amount that you put inside is going to depend. You might want to start off with a little bit of soap, add some water, test it. If it bubbles not right, add a little more. It could be you had too much water and you want to add more soap, or vice versa, you never know. Because you want to get it to make a good bubble consistency, okay? So I have a pretty fair amount of water in mind. So what I'm going to do is a pretty good amount in it. Because I want to be able to get a nice bubble solution. I'm just going to swirl it around a little bit. Now if you need to, you can use a straw. I'm just going to actually just go in there and just kind of swirl it around. Want it to dissolve a little bit. Okay. Now my hands are nice and clean again. Got my hands nice and clean. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dip the end of the bottle into it. Now I have a small one that I use, a small one. This is my ankle sock I used, and of course the adult one. We're going to go ahead and try both and see how that goes. So you're going to dip it in here. Make sure it's nice and tight again. Just want to make sure. And what you're going to do is on the end that you have the top, you're going to blow, take the cap off, and this is where you're going to blow, okay? And you're going to get it on the counter, so hence you might want to have some paper towels or get paper towels afterwards to wipe it down, okay? So let's go ahead and see. See? And there is your bubble snake. If you blow it gently, you're going to get some bubbles, but what you want to do is to blow hard. So that way you can kind of get this little snake-like here. Now that's a bubble snake right there. And you see it's all over the count, but it's bubbles. It's going to dissolve, but if you want to, you can go ahead and clean that up. And same thing, doesn't matter size. I'm going to show you the small one because does not really matter on size. So either one you can look. You can do a small water bottle or you can do a regular sized water bottle. So that's your quick bubble snake. It's fun. Who doesn't love bubbles? You can probably change it up, maybe have more consistency. If you see how I added a lot of dish soap, you might want to try it with less. You might want to try it with a bigger bottle. I mean, that'd be interesting if you got a 1 liter and you had a good dish that you can be able to dip that in, and you would make a big bubble snake on that one. Okay, I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it. Very quick, easy, something fun to do. What I'm going to do next is go ahead and provide you with some library resources. So here they are. Alright, now these books right here, which you'll see off to the right where it has a blue background, these books you can find on our website. Go to cctexas.com/library. Click on the little button that says library catalog, and you can search and just say science experiments. You can do an advanced search and do like edible science, engineering science, any STEM. You might want to be specific and say STEM, and you'll be able to find these, and you can put them on hold, pick them up curbside. Or now all the branches are open, so you can actually go in to browse for these books off the shelf and go ahead and check them out. Just make sure to call your branches closest to you to find out their browsing, the hours that they're open to browse. And of course, if you prefer the curbside, you might want to call and double check on the curbside hours, because that might have changed since now they are open to browse. All right. If you prefer using a smart device or your laptop, you might want to check out our online digital resources, Access 360 and Hoopla, which you can find on our website. And just go through there to go ahead and register if you haven't already. You can also just go to your app store if you're doing a smart device and download the apps, and of course register that way if you haven't already. Of course, if you need help, by all means call any of the branches. You can use the automated number 826-7055 so you can find the library branch. And of course, they can walk you through the steps on getting registered for your online digital resources. Now, as always, remember to check out our Facebook and YouTube channel, Corpus Christi Public Libraries. If you haven't already, please like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. On there, you will see a list of all the library programs that we are offering y'all. If you want a breakdown of each program and what videos they are, go to our website, cctexas.com/library, click on the link virtual programs, and it'll break it down into the exact program and the videos that y'all want to watch, maybe specifically. Now, if you need help finding books to put on hold, pick up curbside, or see if it's even at the branch so you can go in and check it out, you can use our browsing options, new book alerts, author check, and book newsletter. And do not forget, like always, our online digital resources, Access 360 and Hoopla. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye.